There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. The whole thing, dude.
Okay, and now to our #1 trending story on CBSMiami.com.
It involves talk of alien sightings at Bayside Marketplace. On New Year's Day, there was a massive police response in downtown Miami. More than 50 young people armed with sticks began fighting. Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks, causing chaos.
So now people are posting online saying that police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall shadowy aliens. Conspiracy theories are saying a big creature could be seen standing in front of the entrance to the shopping area, Bayside. Today, the phrases Miami Mall and aliens of Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tab. Twitter, of course, now called X. And Google News even has several reports questioning the event.
So we reached out to the Miami Police Department. They issued a statement saying in part, quote, "There were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. No airports were closed, no power outages." Facepalm emoji was included in the statement. And to read up on the story that has gone viral, just head to our website. It is cbsmiami.com.
Read all you want, but remember, no aliens.
All right, we're back with Total Disclosure Live. I am here. I haven't done this in so long that it feels kind of foreign to me. I decided that we were going to talk about this Miami alien situation because of a couple different reasons. Of course, one, I noticed that it's being tracked by almost every single news outlet across the country, and that threw a red flag up like first. But before we get into all this stuff and go through all the videos and talk about all the theories and the evidence and testimony, make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. We are on YouTube and Rumble tonight. So if you can, leave a like, and like I said, share with your friends and family so we can garner a bigger audience, trying to get a more consistent schedule. I think we're going to do Monday or Thursday nights live every single week, talking about a different story. Now, this week, obviously, we're talking about aliens in Miami, which I don't think is a headline I really would ever think I would read, nor did I ever think would be a thing. But then again, it is Florida, and Florida's Florida, so you can never really truly understand the craziness that's about to ensue. But there's this mall. So it happened over the weekend of the 6th and the 7th. Time in the evening after sunset. Place, it was the Bayside Mall in Miami, and that's obviously in Florida, like we talked about. There was a massive police response, and the official story is that a group of kids were fighting with fireworks and sticks. Now, when they say a group of kids, I think they mean, more than 20, 30. However, it wasn't clear from multiple reports whether that was confirmed or not. But from the videos, you can see, massive amounts of people fleeing this, what seems to be like a regular Simon's Mall, indoor mall. And here's what I'll say before we get into any of these weird, conspiracy theory, alien 10-foot tall creatures. I did do like a little thing in the comments so you could vote on whether you thought something actually is happening there or not. Now, obviously, my main theory is that there was just a massive police response, and that it really was to kids with fireworks. I mean, if we look at really what the evidence is pointing towards, it's most likely what the official story is. Now, I hate to say that, but it's like yelling fire in a crowded theater, fireworks in a public place, sounding like gunshots. With the world that we live in today, and mass shootings happening almost every week on a scale that we've never seen before, people are gonna panic. It's natural. It's honestly disgusting that it's a natural thing. But at this point, that's why I don't go to large gatherings myself, like for New Year's or any of those gatherings where there's going to be a lot of people. I tend not to like to go there because of the actual danger of like these random psychos with guns just coming and unloading on people in places that of worship or places of mass gathering. It's truly disgusting. So if I was at that mall and started hearing fireworks being shot off, especially Roman candles that sound like, I'd be out of there. But we're going to go through some of the videos. Listen. All right. Now take all that aside. Let's get a little fun with it, because that's why we're here, is to have a little bit of fun with this. Now, I want to watch a couple videos from this other YouTuber. It's just kind of funny to me, but here we go. It's about 5 minutes long.
What's up, my brothers, coming at you with an emergency video. Hide your kids, hide your wives, because the Martians are here. Lock yourselves in the basement. This topic is blowing up right now. Miami is currently trending for the aliens. The ALMOs. Finally, it's going down. And if Rockstar Games don't put this in GTA 6, I would not buy a GTA 6. But on a real though, this situation is blowing up right now. We got a bunch of stories that I want to talk about. We got people testimony as well. And we also have a leaked video that apparently got taken down. We got this brother's testimony to the aliens. He claims that there were ALMOs running after him. And I know that sounds crazy. That sounds kind of like a science fiction topic, but I want to dive right into it. Like and share. Do not subscribe here if you're new, because I cover gaming stuff, okay? I don't do videos like that, so there's no point. I have my second channel. This is where I cover UFO topics, mysterious topics. I'll link it in the pinned comment. So definitely subscribe there if you're into it. But on a real though, let's actually dive right into it. So the amount of police activity that you're seeing right now, it is absurd. It is crazy. I think it's safe to say that even when there is like actual school, you know what I mean? I cannot say words like that on YouTube. Even then, we don't have that big of a response. So what happened? I have never seen a response this big. Some people are also claiming that they even shut the airspace down, but these are just rumors. Like, we really don't know whether that happened or not. Some are claiming the airspace shut down, and if that's really true, then I'm like, damn, okay, then some serious happened. Maybe the ALMOs really showed up and they were shutting the airspace down so they do not go back to their planet. I mean, that's not how it works, but you know what I mean. 60 police vehicles UFOs were, we had the reports of that showed up. And this all happened on January the 1st, and the official report here is this, that some teenagers started fighting. That's the official report. That's what they're saying. Maybe it's a distraction. Maybe this is a distraction because of the island situation, and now this is blowing up because on January the 1st, when you were maybe not celebrating New Year like me, where you were just staying at home. I know some of you celebrate, some of you didn't. I mean, I stayed at home, you know, so just another day, you know what I'm saying? But happy 2024 to all my studs and chads out there. This happened on January the 1st, but it's now blowing up today. Then we have like people claiming that they were at the Miami Mall yesterday and the government is lying. There were no kids fighting. Everyone started panicking because these gray creatures were walking around. They didn't make any noise or sounds, but stared and watched you move. I tried to make a video, but you know what I mean, right? Like nobody captured a video. The official response here is this, that kids were fighting, teenagers were fighting, but we also don't have a video of that. It just, I don't know, man, like it's kind of bizarre, right? Like I'm fascinated by this topic. I'm a believer in the alien mouse, right? Yeah, I'm a believer in the alien mouse, but do I believe the story? I'm not sure. I have a second channel just for that, so I would love to have you there. And this is that alleged leaked video. They are claiming that the alien mouse were walking, that the aliens were walking, and this is that said video which apparently got taken down. But the community note, listen, I'm just trying to cover the news. I'm just a stupid person on the internet. I don't know what's real, what's not. But this is the official context that's given. Maybe that's another conspiracy. Maybe that's not real. Maybe this is really an alien walk-in. Maybe that's what it is. But the official context, I want to do you justice and do justice to this topic and cover everything that we see. 8 to 10 feet tall alien, 3 police officers walking next to each other. And that's what it said, that this is not an alien. It's not an alien. It's 3 cops walking together. Listen, man, I don't know whether that's real. 3 cops walking together, having a threesome. Come on, man. But also, we have this guy's testimony. Roll it.
New Year's off, right? So anyway, we happened to be at that mall. So we had Foot Locker or whatever. Next thing you know, you start hearing all this commotion outside, sound like firecrackers or something. So you know what I'm saying? I grab her close. I'm like, yo, we about to get up out of here because I originally thought that they were shooting. You know what I'm saying? I thought, you know, some type of
Okay, I can understand why, like, firecrackers can sound like gunshots, right? Okay, makes sense. Maybe their teenagers really started fighting and they let firecrackers out and people thought it was gunshots.
Gunfight had broke out, whatever the case is, because, you know, we're not familiar with Miami, we're not familiar with the city. So I'm like, damn, I ain't even got my blick, so, you know what I'm saying? We about to swerve. Next thing I know, it's like crazy. Like, we just see all these people running, like, you know, fat chicks, you know, old ladies, like, I'm talking about moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, old people even move.
Okay, if fat chicks started running, then it's serious. Damn.
I'm talking about moving. So, you know, my girl, she's like, what's going on? I'm like, fuck all that, we out. Like, I'm not gonna ask no questions. We just gonna follow the crowd. Next thing you know, real, like, gunshots start going off. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to follow the crowd, get out of there. I look back, no cap, yo. No cap. I look back, it was like a big...
Okay, brother said no cap. Brother said no cap. Then it's no cap.
That shadow, but it was solid at the same time, like a few shadows, but they were solid at the same time, and it almost looked like they was coming our direction, like they was chasing us, but they was disappearing and reappearing closer. So I'm like, yo, what? So we start really moving. Next thing you know, we start hearing more gunshots, like these dudes start firing at this shit. Get outside, mad police, all that. You know what I'm saying? The police is like trying to get all the people that ran out the mall. They like trying to like detain these people, whatever.
Do you believe the story? And guys, I would love to have you on the second channel. Click on this video on the screen because a 3-mile wide UFO was caught on the moon. Deadass. Click on this video on the screen. On the left, I got you with the secret Project Blue Beam video because that's also trending right.
All right, we'll get out of that. We're not going to plug his video, but Sizzleax, thank you for letting me use that segment. Also, I want to run through some other TikTok, because this thing, I mean, this Miami alien thing, it's just all over TikTok. And again, that's it, it just goes to show you. Now, I'm going to give you my theory after, my wacky theory on if there's even a shred of truth to this alien possibility to this. My theory would be that it would be some sort of testing of a false flag operation. Now, could it be connected to the Peruvian attacks? Could it be the same, all connected, made to see what the civilian response is? Like, look at us. We're not taking this seriously. And there's a lot of people, I mean, there's a lot of dumb stuff online, people trying to take advantage of it. Like my dumb tonight. But sorry, I forgot I had the button. It's a new thing. It's a new thing. That's the new tech. I'm trying to get used to it. And incorporating it. It's kind of cool. But here's some of the TikTok. Oh, loco. Really see more of them. Oh, loco. I will say this. There were rumors of a black helicopter that was circling the area. Now, this was never confirmed, and it is kind of weird that the few shots that we do get from the ground seem to be perfect, perfectly placed, and then everything else is shot from above, almost looking down upon the whole response, rather than, like if I was running, I'd be running with my video camera. And now the people ask that question too. And apparently police were allegedly taking taking phones, making people delete videos. I don't know how true this is. But the police, they did respond, and I'm going to pull up a couple of those videos in a bit. But let's continue. This one I found to be stupid, but I wanted to show it anyway.
Bro, come on, looking right at us. I don't fucking be here. Looking at us, yo. There you go, we're here. Everyone sees it, yo. You guys step back. I'm not fucking with you. Alright, let me get this. We gotta go home. We'll get the fuck out of here, yo. Brian, come on. Everyone's looking, yo. Let's go, yo. Brian, come here.
A little bit ridiculous and a little bit over. Again, this is the last one. If anyone here, I went to look. This is the UFO apparently that was spotted top of the
You need to get the boys.
I say UFO. I mean, that is pretty interesting. But it's commercial watch attached to that. Maybe it won't take long. Area. Could this be?
But I am telling you right now,
Oh no!
that motherfucker back there is not real.
Here's one.
Soy la, vení. Soy la.
Let's get in there.
Come on. I mean, there's a cop right there. What? Real videos of the aliens at the Miami Mall, recorded by real survivors.
Holy fucking shit, guys.
All right, look. So look, y'all thought I was playing. I know y'all see those lights. Look at them. Not them little ones because my little mirror thing scratched up. I know you see those right there. Oh my, bruh, this every day out here or every night. But still, look at that. All right, look.
So yes, people did. I was actually at the mall in Miami when all those police showed up, and I'm here to tell you right now, the story that the mainstream media is putting out is not the real story. This might get my account banned, but I have to tell the truth. So this trip to the mall started just like any other trip to the mall I have. I didn't have a lot of money, and I'm looking for opportunities to steal. No, there were no crop circles or no grotesque smells. If you're looking for a sci-fi story, you were on the wrong page. But what I will say is there is no way to explain what I saw next. So I am at the Foot Locker and I'm sitting on the bench. And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get the salesperson to go in the back and get me another size shoe while I still have that size shoe with me. And then I walk out of the store. So I'm there trying to rock this guy to sleep. And then I hear a commotion outside the store. It was probably 50 to 60 feet away. And then it got louder and louder and what sounded like fireworks. Now, at first in my mind, I just chalked it up to kids being kids. Maybe someone else is stealing. And step one, finesse didn't work. So they had to go for step two, violence. I'm not thinking much of it. And then I hear the most blood-curdling screech I'd ever heard in my life. Now, with all this hooping and hollering going on, I realize this is not only the perfect opportunity to investigate, but I'm stealing, baby. So boom, I run out of the store and I run towards the commotion. So boom, I'm running out the store. And then the sales guy's behind me. He's like, stop, I'm going to call the police. And I looked at him, turned around, I said, I am the police. I got to go. So when I finally shake loose from the salesman, I'm getting more close to the commotion and the screams are getting louder and everything's sounding way more grotesque. I'm actually scared at this point. And I round a corner and then boom, I see it. No, it's not a 10-foot alien. We all know aliens don't get that tall, but it was an alien, just not the type of alien you're thinking of. Now, I'm still not for sure at this point what I'm seeing. It's so bizarre. So I duck behind some obese people and I get a better look. What I saw looked like some sort of intergalactical sex riot. And then all the cops pull up, and I'm so worried about these shoes I got in my hand, I think they're after me. But they were there to stop the alien on alien crime, and I made it out the mall with my shoes. I didn't even want to make this video, but I have to come on here and tell the truth. I was actually at the mall in Miami when all this...
Alright guys, so just
Oh no!
clips that are going viral on social media right now. First, our response to that big incident in Bayside Marketplace. What happened was there was about 50 or more juveniles that were shooting fireworks at people. There was also some looting going on. So officers that were on that scene were having a little bit of trouble containing it. So they called what is called a citywide 3, which every officer in the city responded. That's why you saw so much police presence for that call to contain that crowd. Now, there is now video.
But so when you call an whatever that was, which I looked up, when you call that, basically what you're calling is for a lockdown of the city, and every police officer on duty, on reserve, on call, gets in their car and responds. All that. Now I get it. I can kind of wrap my head around like 50 kids firing Roman candles at each other. Maybe some civilians get hit. Who knows? But where is the evidence of that fight? Where's the fireworks? They could easily debunk this by just showing the fireworks and the kids arrested or something to that degree. So why isn't that front and center in these explanation videos via the Miami, maybe ongoing investigation, yada, yada, yada. Show some body cam footage and put this thing to rest, right? Because there's so much testimony out there right now that is real, like David Grush, like Michael Herrera, who will be on the show in February, by the way. And I wanted to say this. He can't hear you over the videos you're playing. Yeah, I know. I didn't know how loud they were going to be because some of them were uploaded into StreamYard, and one of them I had to share because the file was too big. But let me know how it sounds right now, because this is a new microphone and a new audio box. So like, it's one of those ones where I can kind of mess around with it. So I'm having it's something that's new to me. But let's continue the police officer.
Going viral of 8 to 10 foot aliens walking around Bayside is actually just a person walking with a shadow. So I can confirm to you all here today right now that there are no aliens in Miami.
Wait for it. Oh, what the hell? Tyler, you suck.
There are no aliens in Miami in Bayside Marketplace at the moment.
Look at what a weaselly way to say that. At the moment. He made sure to say at the moment. We're not talking about the moment you're in right now, sir. Sir. Listen, I hate to play conspiracy theorist, but I mean, you're begging for it at that point. You are begging for it at that point. I just found that to be really fun.
So it's Friday. I hope you guys have a great weekend and stay safe.
Oh, great alien in that.
Yo, I just got back from Miami, like this morning, and I was over there when all that shit went down at the mall, you know, and there was some stuff going on. Yeah.
I think I ended it there, yeah, because it was just like it was too much at that point. But so, all right, yeah. So I mean, as we can see, this is most likely an over response of police to what is most likely the story that they're telling. Kids shooting fireworks at each other, and hopefully we'll get some evidence out of that so they can put this to bed. There are so many things that are happening in ufology right now that are very serious. The IGIC skiff meeting January 12th that Stephen Bassett's been talking about are these ways of kind of, because it seems like anytime something big's about to happen in real ufology, these weird, remember the Las Vegas incident, the Las Vegas alien incident happened right before the UFO hearings. Remember the Peruvian attacks happened right before the Peruvian mummy came out in the Grush documentary with Yes Theory and Jesse Michaels came out, and now we have this. Now, either all of these have nothing to do with each other, and it's all just media mass proportion, blowing it out, getting as much clicks out of it as possible, or B, this is my wacky scenario of the evening. What if they are practicing a false flag operation in plain sight? Now, we know that Wernher von Braun, the father of NASA, the father of space exploration, brought over here by the United States from Germany, from Nazi Germany, after the fall of the Nazi Party. We had a program where we brought scientists over, we put them in key positions of power. Great idea, right? Grab those Nazis and put them in power, put them in places like NASA. Yeah, let's do that. But no, Wernher von Braun is an absolute genius, and we would not have gotten to the moon without him. And just modern day space space flight wouldn't be where it is without him, Jack Parsons, and all those minds together, which is really great. But on his deathbed, Wernher von Braun talked about this final card that they were going to play, this false flag operation, the alien invasion card. Now, what if what Wernher von Braun was saying is actually coming to fruition, and these minor incidents or massive responses are them testing this on a smaller and bigger and bigger and bigger scale, right? The chances of that are very slim, I know, but let's play devil's advocate here and just go along with it. I think what better way to do it? What better way to test your law enforcement, because they're not going to be in the loop. Your average police officer will not be in the loop for a false flag operation on the United States. It just, because if you think 9/11 was a conspiracy, you know that the NYPD was not a part of it, right? To the most degree. At least we hope not, because many of them lost their lives. Many firefighters lost their lives. Many first responders lost their lives. So in a scenario like a fake alien invasion, I would imagine something similar would happen, because those would be the first people to respond, and that's a scary thought. So what if they are testing a false flag operation in plain sight to test our defenses, our way of shutting it up in a modern day? We all ask ourselves, how would they get away with it? We all have cameras now. What if they just proved it? What if they just proved to themselves that they can get away with it? And we're the ones sitting here saying, this is all bullshit. Look how obvious it is. Look how obviously stupid it is. What if that's what they want us to think? We know that the government has done shadier things for less and for more. And we know that they've done them. And they've done them with a smile on their face. Ironically, I remember a story about weather control, and accidentally they hit the same town in Florida twice. Why is it always Florida? I don't know. But it seems that if there is, now I'm not saying there is any truth to this story, again, take it with a pile of rock salt. I just got hit with a nor'easter. Take it with as much rock salt as is out on the street right now. If there's even a 1% chance that something actually real happened, my best theory would be that it would be some sort of testing of maybe artificial intelligence mixed with holographic technology. We see these ads that you see the ads for these weird holographic technologies that they can present. And we see in that one guy's testimony where he said that a lot of people reported seeing shadow people and then aliens appearing and then reappearing. This is actually pretty common in UFO lore, ufology. This reappearing act, or it looking like they're phasing in and out of reality. So the story remains consistent. Again, could it be just life imitating art, imitating life, or vice versa? We don't know, and we aren't going to probably know. But if anyone from Miami or was at that mall and can prove that they were at that mall, if you can reach out to me somehow right now, through the comments, through email, I will put you on the show, and you can tell me exactly what happened from your point of view, because I would love to know. I'm not ruling anything out, but my best guess is that it was nothing, but an overreaction by the police force to what would now be considered a pretty dangerous situation. The world that we live in is ever evolving into one that you just don't know. Each officer that responds, they don't know if it's their last response, truly. And everything's being filmed now. The police departments are under micro scrutiny from the public about defunding themselves, with any bad action. Again, this doesn't look good. Sending this many officers to a situation of teenagers. So, I mean, if they came out and said, hey, there was actually aliens there, I think the public would be like, all right, cool. I'm glad you sent that many cars. Like, I'm glad you sent that many. And then the black helicopter that was flying around, glad you had that there too. So what else happened? Now, did you take it down? Did you get it? Did you, tell us what happened next? I'm sure there is. I'm sure. But again, I just don't think there is too much too much evidence to suggest that this is anything but the official narrative. And I hate to burst anyone's bubble, but like I said, what do you guys think? There are a lot of people that think, so Cook Franks' levels of consciousness, my man. Maybe I'm missing something. All right. So Jess says, I mean, if they are kids, it would make sense that they aren't showing them because they are minors. I don't. Boston news is filled with minors all the time. All the time. They just blur the faces. The news doesn't care. The news doesn't care. They'll just blur the faces. Yeah, that meme. Exactly. Something happened. Did you see the video of the portal? So I think we did show that one. That was the one that I think is at the beginning of this. Because that video, that one stood out to me. I'm not gonna lie, that one did kind of stand out to me. But again, so what do you guys think about the response to the actions, whether they are the official response? What do you think of the official response? Because this is look at the shot. Look at the shot from above on the left-hand side. That is a highway. That is a highway full of, I would say, at least at a minimum, 100 police cars coming down to this mall. And then, we've seen the videos. You can watch them again if you want. If you scroll back, we've seen the videos of people running out, absolutely scared to just booking it across the street. I'm sure the initial panic was just chaotic and something that is a true. I do respect the first responders for having to deal with such things on whether it was alien, false flag, or kids fighting with Roman candles. I do respect the first responders and the job that they have to do, because it is one that is it's growing more dangerous by the day and with the times. But I did want to play the false flag. So the Werner von Braun false flag. I'm just pulling it up. False flag deathbed confession by his assistant. Now, I don't know if it was his assistant or that she worked directly with him for like a really long time. She was like a really smart woman herself, I'm pretty sure. But I just want to show you that because there is this, and Dr. Greer's talked about it and I believe she came out in the first Disclosure Project. If I'm not mistaken, that's where the testimony came from, where it was on public for the first time. So let me try to find it real quick. While I'm doing that, listen to this waiting music, courtesy of Rodea. I'm not a dancer myself. All right, it's not giving me any good videos. We're gonna have to go right to YouTube for this one. God dang, Tyler. All right, see, when you don't have a Jamie, like, right, here it is. All right, we have, all right, I do have it here. Well, this is a portion. Let's see what this is. I don't know if this is exactly the video that I want. This is what happens when you don't have a Jamie. You have to look it all up yourself. I guess we gotta grow the YouTube side of this. Let's go back.
Was formed by Nazis. Werner von Braun, the director of all 6 fake moon missions, was one of Hitler's right-hand men. He was a fucking rocket scientist for Hitler, who was evil as fuck. He directed 6 moon missions. Masters of propaganda. and the directed
Right, he'd be
6
the
moon
perfect
missions.
guy. He'd be the perfect guy to do that.
And when he died, he was like, he was on some deathbed confessional type shit. He told his assistant, he said,
Am I hearing
on his
Eddie
deathbed,
Bravo
according to
right
her,
now?
he said, the fake alien invasion is coming. Like the fake alien invasion is what they've been planning. That's what's going to scare everybody into a one world government. It's always been about a one world government, and the fake alien invasion, that'll get everybody together. Everybody will volunteer. So we got to, the aliens are going to kill us. We got to all unite.
Yeah.
So that's been the plan, the fake, and that's what Werner von Braun said. And on his tombstone,
the strategy that Werner von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in '74, they were the enemy, the identified enemy. We were told that they had killer satellites. We were told that they were coming to get us and control us, the dirty commies, that whole story. First, the Russians were the enemy against whom we're going to build space-based weapons. Terrorists would be identified, and that followed. We heard a lot about terrorism. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern. But he said that would be the third enemy against whom we would be needing to build space-based weapons. And the next enemy was asteroids. Now, at this point, he kind of...
All right, guys. See, you're all going to be like, whoa, we didn't do that. Yes, we did. The DART mission. DART mission was literally launched to see if we can alter the trajectory of asteroids. We just did that.
Chuckled the first time he said it. Asteroids, against asteroids, we're going to build space-based weapons. So it was funny then. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens. And all of it, he said, is a lie.
On his tombstone, it has a Psalm, whatever, like Psalm 8. I don't know, like the Bible verses, but it's a particular Psalm in the Bible that talks about the firmament, which is what people believe that like there's a dome. There's a dome firmament. We're in an enclosed system. We're in a special place.
By the way,
why the fuck would he have that on his tombstone? But it doesn't prove anything.
Right.
There's no proof. You know, they have all the information necessary. So when they're telling us that the sun is 93 million miles away, I'm like, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Like 93 million miles away. The sun looks 93 fucking million miles away.
It doesn't look that far away.
No, it doesn't look that far away.
It's interesting you say that too, because I mean, at the beginning of the year, the White House was releasing that alien footage. Remember, we even played.
They're pushing it. They'll put it on CNN. They're pushing it. They're pushing all that. They're pushing.
So do you think that's the start of it?
I used to be a super fan of aliens in space,
and he was, and I can attest to that because I remember back when Eddie was like that. It is so. Again, I'm not saying that a false flag operation happened on January 1st at the Bayside Mall. I'm sorry, was it Bayside? Did I get that right? Yes, Bayside Mall. I'm not saying that a false flag actually happened at Bayside Mall. I'm just playing devil's advocate, saying if any truth, if there was even 0.5% truth to what happened, or what people are saying happened, against the official narrative, then that would be my top contender, not an actual alien of any kind walking through a mall in Miami. I mean, we have heard some pretty wild things in ufology before, but I mean, who is that? There was a ufologist who, after being abducted, said he would see aliens in the mall or like at the grocery store all the time. And like, it was like, and Jacques Vallée wrote about it because same with fairies, right? Because once a fairy brought you into the fairy realm, then you had the ability to see the fairies in your own realm. if they were there. So once you had visited the realm, then something was opened up in your consciousness, your development of your cerebral cortex, whatever, some activation where now you could see the fairy. And what if the name has just changed? We're doing a series on this right now. Part 2 is coming out next week with Teresa Tyndall, about what if the name is just changed throughout the years from fairy to god and demon to back to god. Oh no, so from fairy to sky people to deity to god to aliens and back again. Who knows? I don't. I think there's a strong case for it, that this phenomenon has been happening for a lot longer than we think. So a lot of the testimony does line up, yeah, line up with cases, or testimony that's been spoken about before. But again, a lot of this sounds just like it's people piling on top of it. So I wouldn't give too much truth to this, but I wouldn't put it past anyone either. Again, it is the U.S. government we're talking about, and they have pulled some shady things in the past. Again, I'd like to know what you guys think. I want to do some call-ins. I'm not buying it. I don't buy that flat earth stuff either, man. I don't buy it. But there was another thing that I did want to talk about. And I know, it was Alien Girl. Alien Girl's video. So Alien Girl did a pretty good video about this today. I guess, maybe I don't have time to show it, but she did a good video about it today, so maybe I'll link it in the description below. She did her deep dive, and we're gonna come together at the end of this week. We're gonna kind of, after the week settles down, after the news cycle settles down, we're gonna kind of go through it and pull out some of the testimony, pull out some of the evidence, quote unquote, and kind of sift through it together. Multi-platform, multi-stream, and do that. But yeah, so we are going to, like I said, we are going to do this once a week from now on. Let us know what you think, whether it should be on Monday or Thursday nights, whatever's best for the audience, because the podcast still comes out on Sunday on audio, and then on Monday on YouTube. So maybe Thursday is the better contender. I'm not sure. Join our membership. We re-released a Patreon. It's doing pretty well. People are getting back on there, the free side of it, and then still joining the YouTube side. So it's interwoven, and it's all the same benefits, all the same stuff, all in one place. And all of our advertisers, the links are in the description below. So if you want to give us your last thoughts, where's Tyler? Where's Tyler from? Where am I from? I am from Boston. Yes, I'm from I'm in Massachusetts, unfortunately. So not too close to the Florida area. So I can't go down and check it out myself. So, but again, if anyone knows anyone from that area or was there, like I said, send them my way, because I really want to talk to them. But I remember the last things that I wanted to talk about.
What the? Oh, it changes my voice.
But I remember the last things I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to be finally making this announcement, and I'm super excited to be doing it. Our episode 100 is on its way. Today on YouTube, episode 96 with Dr. Kimberly McGeorge aired, and it is a fantastic episode. It aired on YouTube. Just premiered right before this, but it's been on audio, and on audio right now, it's crushing it. I think it did I think yesterday alone, it blew my first day average out of the water. I learned some things about myself, and it capped off this 2-week paranormal event that I was having when I moved back into my my dad's house, where my mom, and I'm specifically living in my mom's my mom's old room, my parents' old room, where she passed away. Now, and I went on this journey. It was like 2 weeks long, where it kind of got capped off by this experience talking to Dr. Kimberly McGeorge. So some of the stuff that you hear in the episode is like my true reaction. It's like I was speechless for many seconds, many moments during that episode. And I left it all in because it's so raw and it was so like it just made sense. It just made sense. So I highly, highly recommend that you watch it. It's going to be linked right at the end of this video, which will be wrapping up right now. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the first total update hosted by Tyler. I can't play the old intro because it still has Cortex Zero as the host. And no offense to him, but he doesn't host the show anymore. So he can't have his name on the thing, but he is doing well over on his own platform. Go subscribe to him on UAP. I think it's UAP podcast on YouTube. So guys, thank you so much for joining this last minute stream. I know it's kind of sudden, but from now on we will be doing one live per week, so you can bet your asses, I keep forgetting to bleep it out, you can bet your that we'll be here every week from now on going forward. So let's get the party started and let's get our way on out. This music again. I don't know if I can upload different music to it, but quick shout out to all our members on YouTube and Patreon. We can't do the show without you. And to everyone who tuned in on all platforms, we thank you too. Do your part by leaving us a review on Apple or Spotify. It helps truly with the algorithm and garnering us to new audiences. Do your part. It's free. Help out. To all our advertisers, we want to say thank you.